So the world is right now is going full electric, and well, we see sales of electric vehicles here and there. Not a lot of people are buying electric vehicles because they're so expensive, and they cost a lot, and they're giant endless money pits. What's that me ranting about electric vehicles? What things that you should avoid when you buy an electric vehicle, and why gas-powered vehicles is the long way to go? Well, here's why. Electric vehicles are selling, but they're not selling as gas-powered vehicles. People like gas-powered vehicles more than electric vehicles. Well, that brings us to number one, is the infrastructure. You have to have a positive infrastructure. You have a huge infrastructure. You have to fix the roads. You have to get a lot of charging stations. Not a lot of places have charging stations. And the roads too. Roads have so many potholes, cracks, and all that stuff. Our infrastructure, we don't have enough money to rebuild all that stuff. You know, we don't have enough equipment. We don't even have enough of the materials to build roads out of. You have to have that important infrastructure for an electric vehicle if you want to have that in the future. That is leading to, you know, yeah, because we don't have that much materials. We are seeing shortages of everything in cars too, like the microchip shortages. But like I said, the infrastructure of building cars itself, we're running out of parts for these too. But also we're running out of parts of materials needed to build electric vehicles and the roads and all this stuff. In the future, they're gonna put these battery plates on the actual surface of the road. But first, you have before putting everything electric. You know, the whole electric vehicles on the road, fix the roads and the infrastructure. How are you gonna run electric vehicles if you don't have all that stuff? Number two is how sensitive they are to weather. Well, being in the cold, like here right now, I think it's only about 45 degrees right now. It was just the other day it was negative 20 degrees, and you know, you saw in the video where I tested my Subaru Forester, see if it runs after the next day after being it was 22 degrees below zero. Well, it started, but it was a little weak because how cold it is, and also the battery itself. Well, imagine that for an electric vehicle. Electric vehicles, they store and they use up a lot of electricity, but everything's controlled by a battery. The motors, the computers, and everything is run by one battery. It uses up all the electricity, and well, it lowers your range. So that's why electric vehicles often suck because, well, they use up a lot of electricity. Also, they tend to blow up because of overheating problems, software malfunction, and the heater core goes bad in these electric vehicles because they use up a lot of that electricity and everything. All the electricity gets stored in every single space of the vehicle, even the wheels of the electric vehicles. They have tires, different kinds of tires for electric vehicles because of how heavy the electric vehicle are because of the battery. That's why they have special tires to maintain all that weight, and also the electricity that flows through the axles and keeps the wheel spinning, and everything. Everything's controlled by one single source of computers is by the battery. Well, if a software failure in the heater core somewhere, well, goodbye to your system, and your computers will blow up and they overheat because of software malfunction in anywhere of the computers. So that's another rant about that. And most importantly are how much money they consume. Well, electric vehicles span around $100,000 to $200,000 depending on the vehicle itself. And well, depends on like Teslas too. Teslas are very expensive and their stocks are pretty much going down the toilet because Elon Musk is now owning Twitter, and he's supporting this side of Twitter, but he's not paying attention to Tesla. And Tesla stocks are going down, low wages, vehicle shortages, and computer parts, and the microchip shortages, and all that stuff. All that stuff. Like the stocks of Tesla are going down because nobody buys them anymore. They're so expensive. They're so expensive to maintain. That's why Tesla stocks are going down, assuming these electric vehicles. And some of these electric vehicle some of these manufacturers of like Subarus are not jumping onto the bandwagon. Toyota isn't jumping off the bandwagon. They're making hybrids, new Toyota Prius. I mean, we should have gotten the full hybrid mode first before planning on to the full electric system, because, well, it's how you're going to get all the electricity for the superchargers. There's not a lot of places to have it, and that's kind of why I'm ranting on electric vehicles right now. It's all the infrastructure, planning on the electric vehicles, and shortages of everything, the expensive electric vehicles, and all the stuff that people worry about these electric vehicles and how much range they consume. You use a lot of electricity running, but that also lowers your range because of how much electricity you are running to support the cold or whatever it is. Or if you have a software failure, you have to replace the whole computer, and that can cost a huge fortune. Exactly. So this is my whole rant on electric vehicles. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I got some more car content coming very soon. This is Driven Gears Automotive, signing off.